2023, I picked two words, power and people, that can represent our year. Power, because we have been spending a lot of time thinking and reflecting about the power we hold, but also the power we challenge with you, with other partners, and how we can work together to change system. And we have spent quite a bit of time on that. And people, because one of the most important projects we've been through this year was about ourselves, finding rest, reflecting, trying to think where we can improve, what we can improve, and how we can support each other. All the learning lunches we had together, and also a new project in Weston-super-Mare with young people that will come here, and they will come here at the end of this week. So a lot of interactions and a lot of time spending with people and thinking about power.
So we're both from Bark and Dagenham Giving. Kate works in fundraising, I work in programs. And we're going to show you a short video of some little content that we created with our community steering group, WUMI. We've been very proud of our community steering group members and what they've done across the year. And this is a short snippet of what she's been doing. She spoke at a conference not too long ago, the IRIS conference. And this is the journey to the conference. And then, yeah, her at the event and reflections she made. Press play.
Community giving has taught me about how money moves throughout my community. I'm an investor now, and I have a place at these conferences and in these conversations. The things I do here have ripple effects at home. From the ground up, I'm changing me, my family, my neighborhood, and the way investors think and behave.
Hopefully that was 60 seconds in total. But yeah, we just want to say that we're proud of the leadership that a lot of our residents have gone through, especially WUMI, especially working with Curiosity Society, hopefully in the new year. And there's more success stories like that, but we thought we'd take a snapshot of WUMI's journey and her ongoing development as a social investor from Bark and Dagenham.
Just before you start, just say hello, everyone. I'm Sean. I'm just getting over a cold, so my voice doesn't normally sound as wrecked as this, but I'd love some audience participation in the next thing we're going to do. So if you're feeling loose and your arms are ready to draw, that would be great. Okay, you ready to hit the clock? Okay, folks, I need a bridge. Design me a bridge quickly as you can. Sketch really, really quick, rough and ready. It's all good. And as soon as you've got a bridge design, flash it up on the screen for me. Oh, very nice. Nice curves on there. Okay, that looks like one that lifts up. Brilliant. Now it's your lucky day. We're going to interrogate this a little bit more because you've asked me, Sean, why do you need a bridge? I need to cross a body of water. It's about 30 meters wide, about 100 feet. Now just shout out some ideas you might have for me now to help me get across a body of water. What have you got? Swimming, boat, cannon, ferry. Yeah, run and jump. And you ask me why again, and I say, actually, I just need to get a message from one side to the other. What solutions have you got for me now?
Paper aeroplane.
Yes. Email. Text.
Oh, Michelle's got a hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon. Email, text.
Paddle.
But
Paddle.
Great. So we've reframed what was originally I need a bridge to much wider solutions. So the message I want to leave with you for Christmas is start with why before the what and the how. That's it.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Yeah, nicely done.
At Power 2, we transform lives by working with children and young people as soon as challenges appear and before they reach crisis point.
The young people that we work with at Power 2 can sometimes display challenging behaviours, and that can present itself as aggressive, disruptive, or quiet, shy and withdrawn.
We support children and young people to re-engage with school and learning, and we have a number of one-to-one and group programmes, including teens and toddlers, which is unique.
Young people referred to the programme get to mentor a smaller child in the nursery, and that will give the focus for our team to become a positive role model and mentor for the smaller child.
Being in school was difficult. Last year I was doing very bad, getting detentions, chewing a lot, and yeah, that's just how I was hoping to change that. Teens and toddlers has changed me in school a lot. My attendance has gone up a lot. Tutoring has been lesser and lesser throughout the weeks. I've had good feedback from the primary school, especially one teacher that says I could come back for year 10 and do work experience, that I could make a career out of working with children. It feels amazing to be a role model. It makes me feel more mature and also a bit more confident about myself. It's changed me a lot, and I think it can change other people.
So, okay, Neil Berry from Access, which is the Foundation for Social Investment. So we have a cycle of rapid learning and doing, as Curiosity Society know well, having been our learning partner for the whole of Access for many years, and now working with us on more specific programs. I think this year was supposed to be more of a year of kind of learning, having embedded in a few things, but as ever, as happens, it's ended up being a year of frantic doing as well. We were given some more money from government earlier this year. So we've been trying to learn and do, and a lot of what we have been reflecting on as well has been, as Michelle said, kind of thinking about the power we've got as funders. We don't fund directly frontline. We fund social investors to allow them to fund other organisations. But we've been thinking a lot about power, both that we hold and how we can work differently with our partners and the people we fund in a more long-term and flexible way, but also about how those partners invest in the front line and think about how we can encourage more participatory investing of the kind that Barking and Dagenham Givening are trialling. So yeah, we've been curious about lots of things this year, but that's one that I'll share.
Can you guys see that? Excellent. Great. Okay. Well, hi everyone. My name's Lewis. So I've been tasked in 60 seconds with trying to talk to you about power, or more specifically, how to engage with those who have it. So my background is I'm a former advisor in the UK Parliament. I'm also a director here at EA. And in a nutshell, we help organisations engage with policymakers in the UK. So I was going to give you an example of one thing that we have done, which we think is quite interesting. But before we start, I think the question is why engage? And I think in a nutshell, the answer is to be sympathetic to politicians. They can't be expected to be experts on everything or all matters. So they do depend very much on being told what to do and being told from organisations like yourselves about the great work that you are doing. So one example is financial education, which I thought might resonate quite nicely with the group. So the challenge with this particular project was that MPs wanted to help improve levels of financial literacy in the UK, but they couldn't do it alone. So what we did is we worked with the Money Advice Service to help them deliver their National Talk Money Week campaign, which is all about getting the nation talking about money. As Brits, we don't really like to do that. But the purpose was to get people talking about money from anything from savings to investments to pensions and even pocket money. And so as part of this campaign, we organised summits in Parliament itself and also City Hall with the Mayor of London, with the purpose of bringing together politicians themselves, businesses, educators and young people, all to try and get people talking about how to boost financial literacy and financial education across the board in the UK, and ultimately try and drive further government support and meaningful positive policy change. So in a nutshell, that is just a snippet of how other organisations can engage. I should close by saying I do know that Westminster is a complex place. So if you ever want to pick my brains today or separately on anything to do with Westminster, you're very welcome to. Thanks.
Yeah, great. Hi there. So Naomi Rubra here, CEO of Footwork Trust. We go by Footwork. 60 seconds, which is not much time. I wanted to just give a snapshot from a current hot off the press piece of work that we've been doing with Andy around how to embed learning for systems change in our organisation, which is a really, really exciting moment. We are 2 years old as a charity. We're an architect-led social change charity supporting community groups taking on land building and planning innovation. We support innovators of that kind with strategic support, both through unrestricted grant money and expertise and help with knotty systems around building and assets and neighbourhoods and planning. And so this is a snapshot of one of the 10 groups through our People in Place programme, which we will be supporting next year, which is really exciting. We've just finished up with our last 2023 cohort who were working across the UK. The biggie for us is all of this magic is happening on the ground, all of this amazing innovation and community power in neighbourhoods across the UK, but how are we making this visible? And I've stolen an Andy quote, who likes to quote Henry Brentson, make visible what without you might never have been seen. So now we are really, really, really honing in on, it's fantastic that Footwork's on the ground doing all this footworking, but how do we actually lead to a better development, a better system of how places are made and remade? And what does Footwork and all our allies have to learn from the amazing innovation taking place across the UK? So this is our current knotty but incredibly exciting challenge. And if this resonates with anyone, we are all ears to continue to share and learn from one another. And thank you for creating this lunch. It's awesome.
So I'm Mina Bradra. I am Senior Programme Manager at Access now, leading on the local Access programme, which is, as Neil introduced, our kind of social economy programme, trying to sort of shift power, really thinking about sort of what works from the ground up, kind of inverting lots of, I guess, received wisdom from previous sort of programmes and things, and then working with Curiosity Society on thinking about partnerships and how they can become the sort of locally embedded infrastructure. So yeah, like Naomi, sort of really interested in sort of community power, people power, and how the bits of the social economy work to create sort of thriving places, really. So yeah, interested in sort of learning from you all.